warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Alfred and I'm studying PhD 1240117. Today I want to present you about virtual office. What is virtual office? Virtual office is gives business a physical address and office-related service without the overhead and of a long list and administrative staff. With a virtual office, employees can work from anywhere but still have things like a mailing address, phone answering service, meeting rooms, and video conferencing. How virtual office work? Virtual office operate as one unit to serve customer but do not exist in a fixed location. This type of setup is exceptionally popular with startups and small businesses that want to minimize overhead. The creation of what this best office productivity software and service such as video conferencing has helped drive the growth in virtual office. Key takeaways. A virtual office is a company that operates as one unit and has a physical mailing address, but does not exist in one specific location. Second, development of tools such as video conferencing and messaging service and led to the increased usage of the virtual office. The cost of operating virtual office are much less than a traditional office, and that's why this type of setup is popular among small business and startups. A virtual office arrangement expands job option for employees and hiring option for business. While the virtual office are typical a less expensive option for business, some services like phone answering, video conferencing might have limited accessibility. Advantage and disadvantage of a virtual office. The appeal of a virtual office to user is twofold. First, the monthly cost of the virtual office is far less than that of a traditional office. After all, it has none of a maintenance and upkeep costs, nor does it need to be stocked. A virtual office can also be secured via a month-to-month lease, so there is greater flexibility if a user's business changes. No waiting for a lease to expire or incurring the cost of a broken lease. Second, a virtual office can provide a mailing address, telephone answering, and video conferencing service. Therefore, a small business can appear larger than it is. It also can provide a physical address or multiple addresses for user to meet clients. Sometimes the address can lend an aura of a prestige to a virtual office user, such as if the address is a well-known location or street. A professional phone answering service can have the same effect. Sponsored. Get the best trading experience successful trading starts with a great trading experience. With more than 17 million clients and 100 trading instruments, FBS offers just that. They also make it easy to enter the market and boost your trading skills. What's more, you'll enjoy a level up bonus up to $140 when you open an account. Find out more about the advantage of the trading with FBS and get started today. What a virtual office provide? The virtual office enable business to having the following. First, a business postal address. This help business seems a little more prestigious than they might otherwise by if they use their real address. Number one, my mom's basement, still living at home feel. Second, a receptionist. This help is if you are arranging meetings in around your virtual office because it makes that virtual office seems a little less virtual to your customer or business colleagues. Yes. Third, opening and scanning service. If you're getting mail sent to an address that you are not, this is a great service where you can get all the post scanned and emailed over to you you can stay on top of your admin. Meeting rooms. You might not have access to full-time desks, but you can at least arrange meeting in this place too. Phone answering and voicemail service. This would simply help you manage your incoming calls and mean that you don't have to offer out your personal mobile. Instead, use a real landline number that makes you look a little more pro. Where did the idea for virtual office space come from? As thought above, the idea came from the executive suite has evolved because of the ability for business to function remotely using advanced technology for communication. The joy of Skype, Google Hangouts, and many other platforms has empowered business owners to reduce the cost of maintaining office space. Can I hire the best talent to work in my more remote office location? Now, let's be clear. The use of a virtual office 100% depends on your business type, and you should be sure to evaluate the pros and cons specific to you and your needs and as a business. But one thing that I have been made actually aware of is that the best talent in London won the best office space in London near to the action, and they are not willing to companies no on that one. How can I work in London but keep my costs down? Now, this is the right questions to ask. Having a read book the 4-hour week before the by Tim Ferriss were head advocates. The use of virtual assistant I now believe that business can get the best of both worlds. How can I virtual assistants in my business? So if you decide that you need to be in the hustle and bustle near the action in heart of London or any other city for that matter, then you can learn a combination of in situ team and virtual assistant working around the world. There's so many combinations that might work for you, and each business is unique. Here are your options in short. First, find a more remote office space and use this as your business address. This might work for companies that are logistically and operationally heavy and require warehousing and access to transport links. Find a more remote office space and use a virtual office. This is likely to suit service professional who wants to live in the countryside or near the sea but can easily communicate for relevant meetings. Third, rent the desk space in London that you need and work with remote virtual assistant from around the world to bring your staffing costs down but still get your admin done. This is likely the situation for young businesses and startups. The last is when a private office install a slide and trampoline, employ a full in-house team, and we have full team collaboration. This is really only the option for successfully startup and well-established business with solid cash flow to funding. Okay. Uh, Thank you for your attention. I'm sorry if I have a wrong word. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. See you next time. Goodbye.